Hello everyone and welcome to another review here on TheShutterSchool. I am your host Dustin Thompson and I am joined as always by my beautiful girlfriend assistant V. Today I just want to talk a little bit about the large Rouge Flashbender. Ooh, isn't it nice? When I bought the Flashbender, it actually came as part of a kit, which came with, of course, the large Flashbender, the smaller version, a diffusion panel for the large Flashbender, a grid, a flag, some gels for the grid, and some gels just for the bare flash. Now we're going to go over some of the things that I love about this and how it compares to other diffusers. Alright, are you ready? Let's go. I think the Flashbender is priced quite affordably. I've seen it on Amazon for just about $40. And for another $20 you can get the diffusion panel, which we'll talk about more in just a second. One other place that my Flashbender shines over my Generation 1 Fong light sphere. Now before I go talking about this, I must say that newer versions of this have come out that collapse and make it a lot more travel friendly, because back in the day when I wanted to take the light sphere with me somewhere, I would have to take one of my lenses out and leave it at home so I could fit it in my camera bag, and it never failed. The lens that I left at home always ended up being the one that I wish that I had. So nowadays I'll just take my trusty Flashbender here, I'll throw it in this laptop slit up top, take all my lenses, and off I go. Or, if I don't feel like taking the whole backpack with me, I can just fold it up, throw it in my pocket. It's easy as that. Now you may recall on a previous episode when I said that you have to treat light as something tangible. When it comes to photography, you have to see light as something tangible, something you can almost feel. See, I said that. So how does that come into play when we're dealing with either the light sphere or the Flashbender? I was trying to think of what would be the best way to demonstrate the difference between the two. And then I thought, well, what if we make light water? And it was at that point that V, who is usually willing to help me in these demonstrations, said, I want no part in this one. So, standing in for V today, we have Tiki Tom. Let's get started. Now, one of the problems I found with the light sphere and other dome-type modifiers is that the light comes out in 360 degrees, which is okay if you're trying to light up an entire room, but let's face it, I'm not using what's on the sides or behind me in my photo. So it's kind of a waste of light in my opinion. It ends up kind of like this. Now as you can see, light got pretty much everywhere, but not a lot of it was on my subject. But with the Flashbender, I can kind of bend and shape it to get as much light as possible on my subject. I find it nice to be able to control and keep the light on what is important and not worry about everything else. Now you may be asking yourself, why do I need to use a light modifier? Well, as you start to learn about flash photography, you'll learn that you never really want to shoot the flash directly at your subject. That causes really hard shadows and a really unflattering light. That is why most flashes have this little bounce card built in. What it does is it shoots the flash up, bounces off the ceilings or off the walls, and it basically makes them become your light source. And as you'll learn, the bigger the light source, the softer the light. But let's say, what if we don't have ceilings or walls to bounce off of, or even if we do, why not go from this puny little bounce card to a big Flashbender? It's a much bigger light source and a much softer light than this. One cool feature about the Flashbender is it is versatile. You're almost getting 4 light modifiers for the price of 1. You can use it as a large reflector. You can throw on the diffusion panel and give it kind of a softbox type of appearance. You can use these little bendable rods to bend it around and keep some of the light off of the sides, or you can go all the way around with the Velcro on the front and turn it into a snoot, like so, which is what I use for this smoke shot here. In fact, let's make this thing put its money where its mouth is. Let's go bare flash, Flashbender, turn it into a snoot, and we'll even do a shot with the diffusion panel so you can see them side by side. Now you may recall earlier when I was talking about how the quality of your light depends highly on the size of your light source. Well, with that in mind, you're probably not going to be using the Flashbender to shoot too many national ad campaigns or sports car posters or bikini calendars. You're probably going to be using something a little bit more like this monster octo box here. But at the same time, good luck getting that on your camera. I would love to see that. I've used the Flashbender here for several weddings and other various events, and as far as on camera or off camera, when you need to be constantly on the go, you'd have a real hard time beating the Flashbender. Another great thing is, as hard as I am on my equipment, the Flashbender is basically indestructible. I love the ease of use, and also that it's pretty much generic. It just attaches with this little Velcro strap down here, and I believe it will fit on any flash. All you do is you put it on here, you run the little strap around, and you're ready to go. Well, that's going to do it for my review. I hope I helped you make up your mind in one way or another. I think that my opinion is quite transparent. I would definitely recommend that you pick up either a Flashbender or the entire lighting kit from Rogue. Feel free to shoot me a message either in the comments below or at facebook.com/Dustin Thompson Photography. And be sure you subscribe to the Shutter School. I have lots of really cool ideas coming up. Well, until next time, I'm Dustin Thompson, and I'll talk to you soon. All you do is you put it on here, you run the little strap around, and it's twisted. What you do is you run it around the head of the flash,